What I like to focus on is the Watts Towers. I take a lot of people there personally, myself, from elderly to young people. And what I like to make the emphasis on is what I call biomimicry. You know, the way that Simon Rodea built those Watts Towers, let's think about it in a figurative sense. He took what was considered to be everyone's trash, you know, broken plates and bottles, broken pieces of people's life, and he put it together so beautifully and masterfully, where the geometry of it and the foundation of it it can't be broken. You know, there have been several times the city of Los Angeles has tried to demolish the Watts Towers, and it did not budge. That represents the strength of the community throughout all the, you know, we have all the isms of the world, you know, racism, which was very obvious in the redlining in the community. And then we also have a more notable migration of African Americans from down south to Watts. And it was a rich culture. You know, it was very vibrant. It was a lot of business. You know, Watts was an agricultural community. And so we want to get back to the agriculture and back to the basics in life, because that's what has us very separated today. No matter who you speak to and where the people come from, they can relate to what's happening here. You know, this is a universal issue. And so I just talk about the love in the community, especially the music and the arts and culture that they could relate to. And also like all of the elders who have fought for this community, and most who are not here today. But as I tell them, I wake up with the ancestors and God every day. And so it's just really a story of a love, resilience, and what I see for the future when it comes to that is just a thriving community. Whatever's on, you know, the line right now, whatever they say is going to happen, I believe so much that these things will not come to fruition, because it's a great spiritual connection to the land. Our water board is so strong, you know. We have I believe over 12 aquifers in the community. And when you think about currency, like that water flowing through the community, I call it the promised land. And there's a lot of promises that have been broken. That's because we've been listening to man, but it's a greater promise than that. And so that's pretty much what I bring it back to in relation to Watts. She's a mother, our mother.
I just feel like it's not fair that we have to experience so much contamination. And we literally sit on a corridor full of industrial polluters. I'm talking lumber yards, metal recycling, all different type of things. And all I want my little sister, or like, you know, cousins or friends and stuff, to be able to breathe clean air, to not worry about, you know, getting asthma or bronchitis because of the pollution in the air, because it happens. What I really hope for Watts is that they at least take up all this contaminated dirt, because we have so many like contaminated areas, and our soil is our main thing. How can we grow and have prosperous fruits and vegetables, and like we would want to like grow our own, because I have a vision for Watts to like have our own community farms, and like, you know, so we could all bring in new things into Watts and like pay for Watts, and everything is just community. But how can we do this if our soil is contaminated? 50 plus years of soil, heavy metals, contamination, that's hazardous. Like that's not safe at all. And then all they do is just dump more new dirt on it. So it's like you adding new dirt to old problems. How can Watts grow if we don't have at least soil?
Every day I hustle because I know it's gotta work. As more I'm going by the same more work. Every day I hustle because I know it's gotta work. As more I'm going by the same more work. what I'm doing. New Year's Eve, I'm chillin'. Got an ounce from Netflix, box in the building. Got a pot of lentils and we jumping through the ceiling. What I'm doing 2019, building, making beats, buying property, doing me. I got receipts. Keep your drama, stop including me. In your beef, in your tweets, simmer and me giggling, kissing under the sheets, crack the heat. I'm from the tropic of Cancer, the streets ain't romantic, get you stuck in a slammer. I was drinking Faygo, you was drinking Fanta. You still lying to your kids, let them believe it's Santa. I'm nice with it, like your daddy after mama catch him cheating. Feel like Kodak, see a cracker, hit that like I'm scheming. Went to night schools, played ball in college. Corporate America, they see I got knowledge. Lisa showed me roots, since then I can't call it. Grandpa, mama, daddy, all alcoholics. Lisa showed me roots, since then I can't call it. Hey. Every day I hustle cause I know it's gonna work. They ask me where I'm going, I probably say I'm going to work. Every day I hustle cause I know it's gonna work. They ask me where I'm going, I probably say I'm going to work. $5 in my account, but that rent paid. No food in the fridge, but my tummy ain't empty. $5 in my account, but that rent paid. No food in the fridge, but my tummy ain't empty. Just made juice for the whole squad. My homie said she feeling like a whole god. Skin shining, eating good, I know you're peak mid. Got the studio back on live, shout out to Sneak Gay. Can't run away from the pressure, partners need me. Mama gave me